Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Jeremy aka Zarujarambe back again with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. With the thank you celebration coming out on the global side of the game, there's a lot of information to talk about, but today in specific we're going to talk about the Dokkan thank you celebration gift cards that we'll be receiving, and we'll be talking about the 77 units that will be available at Baba's shop to pick up. So I want to help you guys. I'm going to go on a breakdown of all 70, or not all 77, but the mentionable units out of the 77 that I believe, in my opinion, are worth picking up. Now, mind you, this is all going to be situational based on what you have in your box, what units you don't have yet, and really and honestly what you think you need. So take it how you will, but we should be getting 7 of these tickets. If you do everything right, you should be able to get a max of 7 of these units. So that's why I want to make sure you're making the right decision and not missing out on any of these units. There are a couple that are really good and a couple that you definitely shouldn't go for. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump in. So again, you'll get 7 tickets. You should already have one with the first login. You'll get some of them from the Porunga's Wishes, which, by the way, I'll put down in the description below. I have a video that I just posted the other day that has how to get all 7 of the Porunga Dragon Balls if you don't know how to get those. But one of the 3 wishes you can make from him is to get 2 of these gift cards. So that'll add a couple more units you can grab. But again, max of 7. But anyway, I'll stop rambling. Go ahead and check that video out for the Dragon Balls if you need it. Let's go ahead and jump into the video and let's start looking at the 77 units that we have to pick from here. So scroll down here real quick and just look. There's quite a bit of guys to pick from here. The 2 categories that I have on the right side of the screen you can see there are Extreme Z Awaken units and Nuke Leads. Now mind you, there are more units in this character pool that can be Extreme Z Awakened, but I'm just going to talk about the ones that, in my opinion, I believe are worth really mentioning. So first we'll talk about the Strength. You'll see on the right side of the screen we have the Strength Buu, Tech Nova Shenron, AGL Super Saiyan Vegeta, the Fizz Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, and the Int Metal Cooler. We on Global do not have their Extreme Z Awakenings yet, but we should be getting them within the next month or 2, and their Extreme Z Awakenings make them really good units that should have you considering picking up at least a copy of some of the units. So we'll go ahead and start talking about the units we do have already on as far as their Extreme Z Awakenings go on Global. We'll talk about the 3 Strength units first. The Strength Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the Super Saiyan Goku, and the Super Saiyan Goten. The Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the more HP he has, he gets higher attack. So he's a hard-hitting unit. So he's pretty good there. He gets up to, I believe, 140% attack when he's full health, and then it drops down little by little. But anyway, when he's full health, he's a really hard-hitting unit. So decent there. The Goten is a Fizz Key Sphere changer, and he changes to Rainbow Key Spheres. And then he gets an attack and defense boost in his passive, and then the Super Saiyan Goku also gets an attack and defense plus 80% Key plus 3 when his HP is 30% or above. So decent units there. If you don't have them, you can go ahead and throw them on. Good for Super Saiyan teams and Super Strength teams and stuff like that. But the other 2 units that we have with their Extreme Z Awakenings available already is the Tech God Vegeta and the Fizz Super Saiyan Trunks. And again, there are some other ones, but these are 2 I thought were worth mentioning. And that's because if you don't have both of these units, if you have only Vegeta and not Trunks, pick up Trunks and vice versa, because they work really well when you Extreme Z Awaken them both and put them on a team. So the Tech God Vegeta, his passive is Key plus 2 attack and defense plus 90%, and then all allies get an attack and defense plus 30% when there are 2 more Vegeta's family category allies on the team. So if you put him and that Fizz Trunks on the team, you'll be able to have those 2 Vegeta's family category allies. And Trunks does the same with his passive, and his passive is, or not exactly the same, but pretty much the same concept. He gets Key plus 2 and then attack and defense plus 30% for all allies, and then he himself gets attack and defense plus 70% when there are 2 or more Vegeta's family allies on the team. So both of those guys on a team together, they boost everybody, all your other allies, and then they boost themselves, if that makes sense. So really good units there. Definitely recommend grabbing them if you don't have a copy of them yet. But let's go ahead and let's go into the Extreme Z Awakening units that we don't currently have on Global, starting with what I believe to be one of the best Extreme Z Awakenings is this Fizz Super Saiyan Goku. If you do not have a copy of this unit, I definitely recommend at least buying one with your thank you gift cards, and we'll talk about that. His leader skill, not so good. I mean, it's okay. All types, key plus 3 HP attack defense plus 70%, which isn't really what we're worried about. But his super attack has a great chance to stun the enemy, which is 70% chance to stun the enemy. And then his passive skill is key plus 2 attack and defense plus 80%, and a 50% chance to perform a critical hit when his HP is 50% or above. And then when his HP is 49% or below, he gets key plus 3 attack and defense plus 100%, and a 70% chance to perform a critical hit. So he has crits already built into his passive, so that's really good there. And then he can stun enemies with his super attack at a 70% rate. So even if you do have a copy of this unit, I would definitely even say that it'd be worth getting another copy of him to put into hidden potential to start building into additional attacks, because then you have a higher chance, or you have more chances to stun the enemy, and you have more chances to perform crits. So a really good unit. And then the icing on the cake is the categories he fits into is Pure Saiyans, Movie Heroes, Goku's Family, and Super Saiyans. All 4 of those categories have some amazing units, and he fits in really well amongst those teams. So my number 1 recommendation would be this Goku. If you don't have him, pick him up. Let's move on to the second unit, which is going to be the AGL Super Saiyan Vegeta. The AGL Super Saiyan Vegeta has his super attack he raises attack and defense by 30% for 6 turns. His passive skill is attack and defense plus 90% to start a turn, and then defense plus 15% with each attack received. So he'll be able to stack that defense a little bit when he gets attacked, and then he gets that attack and defense plus 90% to start a turn. So a pretty good unit there. And his categories are Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's Family, and Rivals. We don't have the Rivals category yet on the global side. That will come with the Dokkan Fest exclusive Piccolo. But anyway, pretty good unit there. Definitely worth looking into if you don't have him. We'll go ahead and move on to the next unit, which is going to be the Int Metal Cooler. Definitely recommend picking him up if you don't have him. His leader skill is okay, 70% lead with a key plus 3 again. But you're really looking at him for his passive skill, which is attack and defense plus 50%, and then all allies, regardless of color, type, or category, get an attack plus 30%, and extreme class allies on top of that get key plus 3 and a defense plus 40%. So he will give extreme class allies altogether key plus 3, attack plus 30%, and plus 40% defense, and then he boosts everybody else on the team regardless of anything, attack plus 30%. But anyway, categories: Resurrected Warriors, Movie Bosses, Wicked Bloodline, Artificial Life Forms, and Conquest of Terror, which again, we don't have Conquest of Terror on global yet. We'll be getting that with the Strength Cooler. But anyway, really good support unit to throw on some teams there. Try to make this kind of quick so you guys don't have to watch this for too long. Got the Strength Buu. Once he gets his Extreme Z Awakening, his super attack will raise attack for 6 turns, and then he gets an attack and defense plus 90%. All enemies attack and defense get a debuff of 20%, and then when you're going against Majin Buu Saga category enemies, he is guaranteed to launch an additional super attack and has a 50% chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks. So he has built-in evasion and built-in additional attack without having any hidden potential investment in him at all. So he's a pretty good unit there. On the Majin Buu Saga category, Transformation Boost category, Artificial Life Forms, and Kamehameha category. So pretty good teams there to run that on. And our final Extreme Z Awakened unit is going to be the Tech Nova Shenron. Once he gets his Extreme Z Awakening on global, he'll be a Tech type 100% lead with key plus 3 HP attack defense for 100%. And then his super attack raises attack for 6 turns. His passive skill, key plus 3 attack defense plus 90%. And then Shadow Dragon Saga category allies get an attack and defense plus 30%. So all of your Shadow Dragon Saga category allies being the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. I don't believe the Super Saiyan 4 Strength Goku is Shadow Dragon Saga, but Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Fizz Omega Shenron, the Tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku, all of those guys can benefit from the attack and defense plus 30% when this guy's on the team. Already a really good team, but he would be a good fill-in or a good support unit if you can't fill a whole team with Shadow Dragon Saga category allies. So anyway, that's all the guides there for Extreme Z Awakened that I want to talk about. Really good units to pick up. If you already have all of them or you don't want to pick up any of them, you'll see below you have your nuke leads. So most of you guys already know what nuke leads are, but in case you don't, we'll go ahead and take that Techgaku, for example. His leader skill is Tech type attack plus 30% for every Tech key sphere obtained. So if you have him and a friend on the Dokkan punching bag event, that's really the reason you want to pick up these guys if you haven't done the Dokkan punching bag event yet. If you pick up one of these guys and for the friend and for the primary leader, you get attack plus 66% for the respective color of key sphere picked up for the team. So that's really good there. So if you have LR Freeku, this is the guy that you want to grab if you don't have him, because he will give, if you put him and another guy as the secondary leader, you get 66% attack for every tech key sphere obtained. And LR Freeku already hits really hard, but he's really good for that punching bag event. And then the Int Beerus, he does the same for LR Gohan, which is really good because that LR Int Super Saiyan 2 Rage Gohan can also beat the event. But all of the guys underneath Nuke Leads give that 33% boost to attack per their respective key sphere obtained. So they're really good for that if you don't have them. Another mention that I want to say is you can see the AGL has two. Both Gotenks and Golden Frieza do that for their leader skill, but Frieza also, in his passive skill, has damage reduction, so he reduces damage received by 90% when his HP is 50% or above. So he's a good tanky unit, and he also has a lot of categories with Resurrected Warriors, Full Power, Wicked Bloodline, Movie Bosses, and Transformation Boost. So he can fit on some pretty good teams there. But anyway, I know that's a lot of information to take in, but those are good units to go for if you don't have any of them. If none of those guys, if you don't want to pick them up, I'll go ahead and just talk about some honorable mentions here from the top of the screen down. Won't go too in depth. If you want to pick up some other units, the Super Saiyan God AGL Goku infinitely stacks attack, so he's pretty good. AGL Dispo has evasion built into his passive. The AGL Giant Form Giant Ape Turles has stun built in. He's pretty good on it's on super attack and stuns, and he's pretty good on the Giant Forms category team. The Tech Super Saiyan Bardock is a Tech Key Sphere changer, so he's good for the punching bag event. Super Saiyan 3 Tech Vegeta is okay. He has an Extreme Z Awakening, but he's alright. Tech Kid Buu, once he Dokkan awakens, he is a healer, so that's pretty good. Int Pandel is a decent support unit there. Strength Topo is a pretty good unit once you get him Dokkan awakens, not a bad pick there. The Fizz Super Saiyan Gotenks, he can seal with his super attack. If the enemy can be sealed, he can seal super attacks. And the Fizz Weirus there is also really good for, he's a good support unit and whatnot. So yeah, a lot of characters to choose from. Don't pick up this Fizz Chow Man, definitely not worth your time. Also, like the AGL Giant Ape Vegeta here, also not worth your time. There's some other units that I could tell you not really worth picking up. I'm not going to go too in depth on that, but hopefully with the information I gave you, you can help, or it'll help you make some good choices on what to spend those tickets on. Hopefully that helped you out. I know it's a lot of information. I tried to compress it down as quick as I could so the video wasn't too long. But yeah, if there's anything I missed, feel free to leave a comment down below, add some additional information. If there's any other units that you recommend, or if there's anything that you want to add, and drop a like on the video if I did have information that helped you out. Really appreciate it, really help out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. With the thank you celebration going on right now, I'm going to try to get a video out every day, if not every other day, because there's a lot of stuff to cover. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys checking out the video today. We'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.